Hey folks, today we've got something a bit different. We've got a subscriber parcel to have a look at. So yeah, courtesy of the Opal digger. So thanks for that, digger, and we'll have a look at that now. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. So let's have a look. Apparently there's some Mintabie in here, among other things. Yeah, so I just wrote this down because I don't know how to say a couple of these. So yeah, some grey base Mintabie, some Marlborough Chrysoprase, some Chrysocolla, and some Devil's Dice or Bloodstone. So let's have a look. Yeah. So that looks like the Mintabie. Wow, they're big chunks. Oh, thank you, digger. Holy moly. Interesting. And yeah, you reckon this is really hard material, so we're going to do... Oh, look at that, it's got a bit of colour in there. Nice. Yeah, he was saying he thinks it's very high on the Mohs scale, so I've actually got some quartz, which is 8 on the Mohs scale. So we could do a little test with that quartz. Okay, so there's a sharp edge on this quartz. Let's see if we can get a scratch in that. Shall I do it on this other piece? Because actually see. Oh, that's got colour too. Oh, sweet. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. There's a paper thin colour bar in there, sitting on dark potch. Almost. Wow, that's going to be fun to cut. Alright, let's try and scratch this. You can see there's no scratches on that shiny bit. Yep, so that's definitely put a scratch in there. Interesting. What about steel? I think steel is... Yeah, there's that scratch there. Steel? I think steel. It depends probably a lot on the steel, but... See, that's not scratching it. Interesting. So if I get a piece of white opal, like there. See, that scratched that, but it doesn't scratch the minty. You're right, digger. She's tough stuff, this. It's interesting. Cool. That's amazing. So if I can zoom in a little bit. Whoa, she's a thin bar. That is going to be fun to cut. It's a decent chunk too. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Nice. Okay, that's those bits. What's this? This must be the Chrysocolla. Oh, nice. Interesting. Just chucked it on the... Oh, It's like, should have learned a bit about it. Looks almost like volcanic sort of glass, eh? Right, the other one. So this must be the Devil's Dice, and the other Marlborough Chrysoprase. That's the Marlborough Chrysoprase. Wow, look at that! That's cool. Ah, right, look at that. That is very cool. Thank you, man. I'm gonna have some fun with that. Holy moly. Look at that giant chunk. Huh. That looks a bit darker too, eh? Wow. That's good colour, isn't it? I'll probably just polish one up. Just as you know, as it is, not shape it, just polish it up and just see what it looks like polished. It'd be very cool. So that's the Marlborough Chrysoprase, and this is the Devil's Dice. Interesting. It's also called bloodstone or pyrite. Interesting. Yeah, I'll try just each of these different stones. I'll just give them a polish. Go, I guess, smoothing them out, take them on the soft wheels and polish them up, see what they look like. So here's a question. Are these how they naturally form, like little cubes? Surely not. I can't see any cutting marks. So there you have it. Thank you so much to Opal Digger, and I will do a video cutting this piece of Minty, and it just sounds hard. Okay, so I've decided I'll cut this piece. Even get in shot and see what she weighs. And I'm going to face it from this direction, so I'll take that lighter potch off, because you can see that bar looks like, I can see red there, so it looks like it'll face hopefully from this direction, and that gives it the darker potch as a backing, although I don't know if that quite sits on the potch. There is another bar under it which is even thinner. Also, this bar is so thin that it's going to be a real challenge to cut, and also it's very straight, but it's not quite perfectly straight up this end here. As you can see, it sort of bulges up a little bit there. So I'll do the best I can on the wheels, and I'll probably have a slight undulating surface, and I'll see how we go. I may either decide to carve it, or I may just slice there. Yeah, because it looks like that bit there is straight enough that I could possibly get a stone out of there, a massive stone. So that weighs 99.32 carats, so just under 100 carats. So yeah, thanks again, Digger, and let's get to grind and see what we can do. Okay, so I'll just go straight with the 600 wheel. So it doesn't look like too much to take off the top there. So we'll see how we go. that is hard. Crikey. I'll actually go on the rougher wheel. Okay. So Mintabie's known for being really hard, and this is definitely no exception. Oh wow. Yeah, look at that. I'd say I need to be careful here because I've hit the colour bar there already. Okay, I'll move back to the finer wheel. Okay, so I need to be really precise here. That's facing. It's not super bright, but it's multicolored. It's going to be big. All right, let's just very carefully take it down. That's interesting, that colour bar is actually thicker than I thought. It's like two colour bars, which I thought they had potch between them, but it doesn't look like they do, which is awesome. All right. What a massive piece. It's faced the whole way across. That actually, yeah, that worked out a lot better than I was thinking it would. It's got some nice colour. It is not too bright, but it's nice. So I'm going to polish up like that as a specie, because that's pretty damn cool. You can make a wicked, like, big chunky pendant out of that, like a real earthy. Zoom out to be able to see the whole bloody thing. Yeah, I mean, that's going to still be the best part of. I haven't taken much weight off. It'll probably still be 80, 70, 80, 75, 80 carats probably. And I'll polish that. Hopefully it'll get a bit brighter as I polish it. I didn't sort of take it right down, but I figure I can, when I take it on the 600 soft wheel, I can take it down a bit more. Seems like there's definitely some nicer colour at this bottom end here, where that bar. Actually, yeah, it looks like I might be about to go through that. You can see that looks like there's 2 bars, but the way it's facing, I think that that potch in the middle must be clear, or not even potch. Hard to say. Anyway, let's polish her up. There it is at its pre-polish stage. It is a massive piece, and it's faced the whole way across. So I'm just going to polish it up now, and we'll have a look at the final product. Alright, there we have it. There is our massive chunk. And for some reason it seems to be, when I get that glare going across the polish, it just puts the camera out of focus. But that's the piece there. I thought I'd just get some of my other Mintabie to have a compare. So this stone here is from my very first video. Not a heck of a lot different. It's got that very distinctive Mintabie pattern. It's almost like mackerel pattern. But that's awesome. That's an awesome piece. Thanks, Digger. It's quite nice down this end. So it just goes to show those razor thin bars. I mean, this had a razor thin bar as well. Those razor thin bars can, you know, you can face them if you're careful. This is the other one from a more recent video. That's a nice one, that one. Quite similar. But yeah, even better again. So that's like, you know, reasonable. Interesting stuff. So let's weigh it. I reckon it's going to be about 80 carats probably. Oh, that came down quite a bit, 68.8. That's 68 carats. That is massive. That's got to be worth a few bucks. I mean, it's not smack you in the eye bright, but it is beautiful and it is big. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do with this. Yeah, actually, I could make kind of a cool tribal necklace. But yeah, that's a piece of Mintabie with a thin bar. And yeah, that was a very successful cut. I'm actually really stoked with that. That's come out better than I hoped for. So it's actually got colour from a lot of angles. It's just not super bright, that's the only thing, but it is got good colour. Very impressed. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, we will see you next time.